Total Force. Welcome to another episode of Road Rage. If you're new to the channel, because we do have a lot of new people lately, I just want to let you know the Road Rage series is not when I use a nice microphone and I'm sitting down at the desk and I have somewhat of a script and things like that and pump out a good video. These are more off the cuff. Usually I'm either exercising, walking around. When I say exercising, I mean walking, taking a walk or something like that. Or driving, most likely driving. That's what, henceforth, Road Rage. These are off the cuff, just using my headset phone mic, for the earpiece, so I'm not doing anything illegal. And discussing things off the cuff without a script. So these are unscripted, that's why you get the additional noise. So welcome to the channel anyway. If you are new to the channel too, and if you haven't done it already, if you enjoy it, please be sure to hit like and subscribe, and also hit that notifications bell. Give it a thumbs up too. Help promote that and spread the word on the videos if you don't mind. I'd really appreciate that. Also, we have one other thing you can do. You can go down to the info bar down below, and you can become a member of our Patreon for as little as $1 a month, where you can help Little Frugal and myself, American Dream, to help us continue to do these videos. Well, I got this guy right in my rear end and I'm going freaking 80 miles an hour. Go figure. Well, anyway, henceforth Road Rage. I want to talk a little bit about EA. EA, if you haven't known or been under a rock or you're not following that stuff, Battlefield 5 pre-orders have been immensely low. So I want to talk about ways I think EA could get out of this mess. First of all, they're going to have to probably realize Battlefield 5 is a loss. But there's step one. They need to learn from their mistakes. This was a mistake. There was multiple facets of mistake here. One was timing. You don't release a game sandwiched in between Red Dead Redemption 2 and another Call of Duty game. It's just a lot of competition. Now, that said, there's a big pie for money there, and gamers aren't limited to one game a month. A lot of people will buy more than one. So, there's that. Okay, so that's just one part of it, though. So, bad launch time. They have to work better on their scheduling when to do releases, especially release against maybe games that are more different than that game. Maybe not another first-person shooter, if possible. Step two is don't talk down to your fan base, your customer base. When they sat there in their response to people's disdain for some of the stuff they were doing with Battlefield 5, to call your market, your customers, unintelligent is never a good idea. You never belittle, berate, and mistreat customers. Where did they get their marketing from? Marvel? Look how well it's worked for Marvel Comics. Those bozos still haven't learned that you don't talk down to your market. If you want people to buy from you, you don't sit there and tell them how crappy they are. Okay? It's just not how it works. They're not a teenage girl that needs to hear how great you are and how you don't need them to attract them. This is different. Okay? So that's one. Treat your customers with respect. All right, that's two. The first one was timing. Number three, knock off the SJW crap. It didn't work for you. That's another lesson to learn from. That did not get you more sales by pandering to the SJW crowd. I have a newsflash. SJW's crowd is not as big as they appear, first of all. They're just very vocal. They're a very vocal group, especially on social media. They usually have issues. So you're trying to sell to a group that really isn't buying your product in the first place. There's a mistake. Yes, I understand growing your market, but you don't grow your market by alienating your previous market. You have to get them all. So this was not a good move at all on EA's part. So there's another one. So let's talk about another thing too. And this one's been going on for a long time. Reduce the microtransaction stuff. Okay, man, this guy is still all over. I cannot drive through the car in front of me, bozo. I hate that when a guy's behind you swerving back and forth, looking like he's trying to get around you, but there's a car in front of you, and you're in front of him. You can't exactly magically push that car out of the way. Dude needs to chill out. Well, anyway, whoops, where was I? Let's see, we said treat your customers good. I actually forgot where I was at. Oh, don't you hate when that happens? Oh, microtransactions, yeah. Quit with the microtransactions. That's crap has got to go. Customers, the consumer in general, does not like this microtransaction crap. I mean, we've seen so much of it now. It's getting so out of hand with companies. I mean, for example, paying for extra save game slots. Give me a break. Or character making, ability to make an extra character. It's just ridiculous right now of how bad the microtransaction scene has gotten. I'm not even a fan of DLC either. If you're going to have DLC, it better be darn good DLC. It better have a lot of value added, not some 5-minute adventure. For example, Borderlands had some good DLC. But to be fair, I'm not much of a DLC guy. In the first place, I don't usually buy games right when they come out, so I'm not usually buying the DLC either. I'll wait and get the Game of the Year edition that has a lot of it all together or something of that nature. But you know what? What I'm saying here really ultimately is cut down the microtransactions, cut down the DLC, do a couple good, solid games that are fully contained. They're done. You have everything. You released it without a bunch of bugs. You can play through the thing, get your money's worth, not need DLC or anything, because it's all there on the disc and you feel satisfied when the game is done. Huge difference there. Do a couple games like that so people start getting more faith in your brand. Saying, oh, okay, they do still make some fun, good games. So now it's telling me to turn. The other thing I think might be a good idea too for them at this point is to not only release fully contained done games, a couple of them to start gaining more faith, is release some games that are just single player games. They're not multiplayer. They've been focusing a lot on multiplayer. There still is a large gamer market that wants to have a full campaign to play by themselves. You know, I like playing online games with friends and family and things like that. We hook up, we chat on we hook up our systems, talk on our headsets, and and probably talk when we actually play. I love it when a couch co-op is absolutely fantastic. Playing games like Left 4 Dead, absolute blast. Love doing that. Matter of fact, I've done a couple of videos, Let's Play videos. If you haven't checked those out, you can see me with somebody that's came over, and we show the screen as we're playing and have an absolute blast. But some couch co-op things that'd be good too. But a single player campaign with a couple games like that from EA would be a good idea. So, for example, right now I'm almost finished with Silent Hill 2. I think I'm at the last stage. I don't know. I'm not going online and getting walkthroughs and whatever kinds of cheats there are, but it just seems like it's at the end. Okay, you can sometimes tell when the climax is coming. It's like, okay, the end's here. So I'm at the last place, I believe. And you know what? I'm looking back and I feel satisfied. I feel like this has been a good game. It hasn't been too hard, which I don't have anything against hard, by the way. It's been a good balance. I've enjoyed the puzzles, the action, just the atmosphere of sitting alone playing the game. I usually play these kind of games on nights that I can't sleep because maybe I have arthritis that's killing me and I just can't sleep, and those are when I play games like that because I don't want Little Frugal or something around to see it, because I don't want to give them nightmares. So I usually play those survival horrors at that time. And so I've been playing through that, and I've been nothing but enjoying it. It's been a great ride. And, I know it's an older game, but it's been a great ride. And the kicker is, there's not, to find the real ending, I need to pay another $9.99 or whatever to extend the campaign. A fully self-contained storyline campaign, at least it better be, and from what I've ever heard, Silent Hill 2 never had any DLC extra stuff. You know, it's just going to be a satisfying experience, making me want to, ready, come back for more. That's what EA needs, because right now they're really lacking that. They're belittling their fan base, their customers, their market, and then they're leaving you wanting more? No, they do the opposite. You have enough. You have to pay for DLC, for microtransactions. You've had enough. By the time you're done, you're like, man, how much did this game hit my wallet? So there we have it. That's my opinions on things that EA needs to do and coming up and doing it quick, because this could be a slippery slope. I think Battlefield is going to be a big hit and a big stain on them. They're going to have to pick it up with their other brands. And another thing too, I think they need to put Battlefield away for a while. You know, unfortunately, after this, they made a lot of goodwill previously with some good stuff, but Battlefield this time, I think it's going to leave a lot of people bad. I think they're going to need to shelve the game for a little bit, walk away from it for a little while, EA build a platform, or DICE needs to do something to bring some favor back, and then bring out another Battlefield and do it right. All right, well, that's my thoughts, not yours. Let me know yours in the comments. What do you think that EA needs to do? What does EA need to do to get your trust? Do they still have it? Do they still have your trust? Or you're like, oh, crap, EA. I mean, it's not LGN or anything, but, you know, what would you do to make EA better? I hope to hear from you in the comments, or even a video response, whatever makes you happy. But nonetheless, I'd love to hear from you. That's once again the point of these Road Rages. They're more or less just conversation and discussion and sharing of ideas in a very non-formal way, as you can hear here. All right, until next time, keep it frugal.